As a physical therapist who specializes in multiple sclerosis, one question I am frequently asked is, what are the best shoes that I can wear? And to be honest, there's lots of different types, but as you can see from my presentation down below, I do have a specific pair of shoes that I really love, and I often find myself suggesting to my clients who have multiple sclerosis. So I want to tell you exactly what they are and why I like them. The shoe brand is Kizik, and initially, about 2 years ago, Kizik sent me these pair of shoes for free for me to try. And I absolutely loved them. I'm going to show you exactly how to put them on and how to use them, but these are so worn out. You probably can't tell from down there, but I've just worn these almost daily for 2 years, and they're looking very raggedy. They still work great, but I felt like I should probably upgrade and get a new pair. So this was about 2 years ago that I started wearing these, and within that time, I have gotten the selection that you see here. So one thing that I wanted to point out is there's lots of different styles. So this is more of a sneaker style. I wear these to go for walks and to exercise in. I also have these ones, which look a little bit less like a workout sneaker. So I wear these with jeans, and if I'm just going out to the store or something like that, I'll wear these shoes. These are more sneaker-like as well, so kind of similar to the first ones. I really like these ones. These ones kind of remind me of bowling shoes, but I absolutely love them. All of these are really comfortable, but these ones I've worn so much, they're getting scuff marks. So again, I needed to upgrade. So my most recent pair are these guys. So back to the sneakers, I've just found myself wearing a lot of sneakers these days. So before these got too dirty, I wanted to give you the demonstration of exactly how to use and wear all of these and why they are good for people with MS. Before I get to the demonstration of the green ones, I do just want to show you that all of them slip on and slip off just as easily. Even though they're different shapes and styles, they all go on and off in a very easy way as such. I want to show you up close and personal before I demonstrate how to put them on and take them off and the different ways to use them, that they just look like any old sneaker, which is one reason why I really like these shoes. You would never know that they are constructed differently that make them easy to put on and take off. The phrasing that Kizik uses is that their shoes are hands-free shoes. So you don't need to use your hands to put them on. And that's actually why I love them for people with MS. Typically, if we're going to bend down to put shoes on, it requires that we bend down to the ground and pick one or both shoes up, or that we get down to one knee and take the laces apart and then put the shoe on, or at the very least that we grab them, come over to a chair where we can then reach down, grab the shoe, lift our leg, pick that up and put the shoe on. And there's a lot that's wrong with that. Most of my patients with multiple sclerosis have poor balance. So anything that's going to require that they bend down to the ground to pick up the shoe or put down the shoe, or if you're trying to balance as you put the shoe on down here, all of that can lead to a fall or at the very least tripping. Not to mention the hand strength that you need and the dexterity that you need to untie the laces and to then pull the tongue out and then slide your foot into the shoe, and the strength to get your leg up here. So putting on shoes is something that I feel like a lot of us take for granted if you are an able-bodied person. We don't realize how many things go into putting on a pair of shoes. We need to have balance. We need to have core strength. We need to have hand and finger dexterity and strength. But with the Kizik shoe, you actually don't need most of that. So the Kizik shoe is hands-free, as I mentioned, meaning you can slide right into the shoe without having to bend over, without having to lift your leg up, without having to use your hands to finagle the laces. And as you can see, you can put them on from a seated position, just like this, so you don't have to be standing and worry about losing your balance. The only strength that you do need in order to put these shoes on or take them off is some hip flexor strength to lift your leg and some knee strength to straighten your knee. I'll show you what I mean. In order for me to put on the shoe, I need to be able to lift my leg up. That's hip flexor strength. So a great exercise to do would be to practice lifting your leg up from this seated position. So you have to be able to lift your leg up, and then you have to be able to straighten your knee a bit so that your toes push towards the toe of the shoe. So right towards the end, and then you push your heel down. So that's really just the two movements. Pushing your heel down comes much more naturally because we're allowing gravity to let the foot sink in. But those are the two components to putting the shoe on and taking the shoe off. So hip flexor, push toes towards the front part of the shoe. To take the shoe off, you'll need this foot to hold it down. And you're again using your marching muscles, hip flex. And as you lift your leg up and pull your heel out, you'll be able to put your foot back on the ground. And of course, you can do this from a standing position as well. If you have a mobility aid, of course, you can use a mobility aid. Or if you don't have a mobility aid, you don't need to use one. But it's the same idea. So you still need to march your foot in order to take your foot out, and march and push your toes towards the front of the shoe to put it in. So it's really easy to be hands-free, so you don't have to worry about your balance. You don't have to utilize your hand strength or dexterity. It's a great option for those that feel unsafe putting shoes on. One question that I get about these shoes is, can I wear an AFO or a brace in these shoes? And it's a great question. I will say I haven't tried an AFO in these shoes. And for those that don't know, AFO stands for ankle foot orthosis. It's one of the braces that can help reduce foot drop. But I will say Kizik does offer a wide size of the shoe. So if you're a size 8, you can order a wide 8. And that is probably what I would recommend if you do wear an AFO or some brace that takes up space in your shoe, to get the wide option versus the regular option. Another question I frequently get is, can I exercise with these shoes on? And my answer is an absolute yes. There is nothing about these shoes that would make exercising unsafe. The bottom has a good amount of traction on them, so you won't have to worry about them sliding or slipping as you're exercising with them on. One of my Missing Link members ordered the same pair that I have, and she said that it was challenging for her to put the shoes on, that it didn't slide in as easily as I was able to. And what I worked with her on was getting her toes to the furthest point of the shoe. If you just try to put your foot in and push your heel down too soon, they're not going to slide on that easily. What I have found to be the best trick is to put your foot in and really focus on getting your toes all the way to the edge. If you're able to get them as close as you can here, they should slide on easier. Now, these laces have been tied since I took them out of the box. They came like this. I've personally never had to loosen the laces or change the laces at all. With that said, if you're having a hard time wiggling your foot into the shoe, you can make these laces looser. So you'd untie them and, of course, separate the laces a bit more, just to allow a little bit more freedom in this part of the shoe so that you can slide your foot in a bit easier. If you have difficulty not just putting shoes on, but also putting socks on and even putting pants on, there are lots of functional exercises that you can do to strengthen your body so that you can make those activities easier. And all of those are demonstrated inside my online MS Wellness program, The Missing Link. With that said, you can also get tools to make it easier, and these shoes are one great way to make putting on shoes easier. As I showed you in the beginning, there's lots of different styles, colors, options. Clearly, I love them all. If you're interested, I will put a link down in the description where you can head to their page, see all that they have to offer, and even grab a nice discount. And if you're interested in an exercise guide that tells you exactly what exercises to do each day to help you reach your goals, like putting on a pair of pants without falling over, or walking without tripping, or climbing stairs without pulling with all of your might with your arms, then check out the missing link. I'll put the link down in the description where you can learn all about it and see if it would be a good fit for you.